Hello and good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to Delaware Auto Sales. My name is Nathan. We're going to look at yet another PT Cruiser. Just recently made a video of another one that I've got hiding here in the background to kind of encompass into this video. We like these cars. We have sold many of these cars, particularly with low mileage generally, very low mileage. This one is a 2002 and it is a limited edition and it has just turned 44,000 miles. I mean, just turned over 44,000 miles, very low miles. Not quite as low as the lowest mileage one we've ever sold, which was 24,900, but it's about to be passed by the one in the background here. I'll show you in a moment that has 24,400, I think. Anyway, these are nice little cars, definitely very retro-y, definitely throwback to a different time period. And people seem to enjoy them more nowadays than even when they were first produced, or people that had them want another one. So we've sold many to people who had one and then they enjoyed it so much, or it got way too many miles, that they wanted one of the ones we had for sale because it had very low mileage. So this is a 2002. It's light almond pearl on the outside, and then that's a darker taupe color inside. It's a nice color contrast. It's in beautiful condition. It has no rust. Has the beautiful chrome wheels that you see. And then of course the thing that you're going to notice as I stand here so long in one position is this interesting hood ornament, which I must say that when I first looked at this car, I wasn't quite sure about it, and I thought it was something that someone put on here as kind of a joke, or something that they found in an auto parts store or something else, and it didn't really have any meaning. But then I researched it and found out the meaning. And I'm going to tell you here in one moment. Let's go around the car real quick. Really is in nice shape, has a nice Carfax report. You can see the Carfax on our website in detail. You can also take a look at all of my still photography, which I take a whole lot of pictures of all of the cars. This is our website and phone number, so you can take a look on there at all of the photographs and the link to the Carfax, and of course the link to this video as well. But really clean, nice. These chrome wheels are in great shape. We're going to look at these up close. Has this 3-line pinstripe, which kind of complements the inside and outside color, and then this decorative design. This is all vinyl, so if you didn't like it, it could be taken off, but I think it's kind of nice and complementary to the exterior. I also want to say that if you see any paint chips on this car, we have not had this car paint touched up yet. There are a few little places where it needs some touch-up paint, a couple little chips on the hood and things like that we will have taken care of when our professional paint touch-up company comes out. There's a few bigger spots on the bumper, like here. The Carfax, just briefly, I want to talk about this. The Carfax does say that there was a minor damage incident. I generally don't buy many cars that have anything negative on their Carfax, but this PT Cruiser was too nice to resist. And also, I'm going to have photos in the photo gallery on the website of underneath the car. I would encourage you to look at those, because you'll see just how clean the undercarriage is as well from our mechanic shop from when they had it on the lift. Sorry, not the list, the lift. But the Carfax says right rear damage. I don't know what happened, but it was back from 2005. This area is clean and nice. The paint's nice. The door lines up to the quarter panel nicely. You know, whatever happened had to be really minor. But I do wonder if, when whatever happened, that they decided to have the bumpers painted, because these bumperettes, or these bumper caps on the bumpers, these are supposed to be like a gray plastic color, typically. And it appears that back one has been painted, obviously, to match the car. And same thing here on the front. I'm wondering if they had it done at the same time, because you can see the gray plastic here where it's peeled just a little bit at the edge coming through. So anyway, that's that. Real fast, here's the other one that I wanted to incorporate to this video. This is a 2007. It's a little dusty here, but I brought it over just while filming this. WP Chrysler Signature Series. This is the lowest mileage one we've ever had. This one's also for sale right now at this moment. This one has cloth interior, but it does have the factory sunroof. 24,000. Let me get the exact mileage when I go around the other side. I just wanted to show it because it's equally nice, you know, his and hers. You could buy a pair. This one also has chrome wheels. This is a touring edition. This has chrome wheels, different design chrome wheels, brand new tires. This one's just as clean underneath. 24,397 miles. This one is spotless top to bottom, inside outside, and this one was a one owner from Illinois. There's the Carfax on that and the window sticker real quick on that. So Opal Metallic is the name of that color, which in all of the ones we've had and sold, this is the only one we've ever had this color, and this is the absolute lowest mileage one that we will have ever sold once we sell this car. But anyway, back to Mrs. or Mr. Light Almond Metallic. So the hood ornament. So I've printed some stuff from the internet that I had researched about the ornament, and I want to read it to you here. This is a bolted on ornament. When I show you the engine in a little while, there is a bolt here through the hood, so this is very secure on the hood here with this chrome strip that runs up the hood. From my research, I'm going to stand here and let you look at the car while I read this to you real quick. The story of Avard T. Fairbanks, so you can look this up yourself. In 1929, rising young sculptor Avard T. Fairbanks arrived at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor to head up the sculpture department. The man needed a more reliable car than his 1928 Willys Knight, which wouldn't start on cold winter mornings. But in the Depression, he didn't have any money, of course. Fairbanks, similar to what we have going on in 2022, Fairbanks reasonably reasoned that he could design a radiator cap ornament in trade for a new automobile. This is a bold statement when you think about it. I mean, as I read this, I'm thinking, really? Like, you couldn't walk into Chrysler or Ford or any other manufacturer for that matter, Mercedes-Benz, and say, hey, I want to redesign your ornament and I want you to pay me for it, or I want you to give me a car. So he figured that he could design a hood ornament or a radiator cap ornament in trade for a new automobile. Chrysler Corporation in nearby Highland Park was an up-and-coming automaker with innovative engineering and designs, but its radiator caps with their little Viking wings needed improvement. Avard Fairbanks was just the artist to replace them with his sculptural masterpieces. At the headquarters, he was told they were about to introduce the all-new Plymouth PA series featuring floating power, which apparently the floating power meant that it had shock-absorbing engine mounts, thereby giving it a smooth ride. The quote was, "The smoothness of an 8 with the economy of a 4 was the advertising pitch." Could he symbolize that in a radiator cap ornament? Fairbanks designed a little mermaid coming up out of a swirling wave and then gave her the wings of an eagle. The mermaid was a hit. Floating power indeed. It reminds me of the Spirit of Ecstasy, which adorns the hood of Rolls-Royce motor cars, which I recently had the opportunity to work with a Rolls-Royce motor car, so I did a lot of research on its ornament, and I would encourage you to look at that as well, because it has quite the story about how their ornament came to be. In return for his hard work on the Little Mermaid, Fairbanks was paid with a handsome 1932 Chrysler Royal 8 in red. So the man got what he set out to get by doing what he did. And I want to show this picture from this when I looked up here. That is apparently the original ornament. Look at that. I mean, it's definitely more majestic and even more beautiful than what's here. But look at the detail and look at the curved body and the wings and the mermaid-like tail there at the end. Very, very impressive. So this continues to read, over the years, these radiator caps have become known as the Flying Lady. Only the Fairbanks family knows who she really is. And that's what prompted me to say on this video that you should take a look into the Rolls-Royce ornament, as it has a story as to where it came from, and it's publicly known. Take a close look, and the next time you see one, take a closer look at the point where her hips emerge from the swirling waves and where her tail disappears topside. Notice the little ridges that represent her fishy scales. She's a mermaid, all right. Everything was successful. Walter P. Chrysler thought its success had to do with the engineering features such as hydraulic brakes, floating power, but the sculptor Vard Fairbanks, never adverse to taking credit, always said, "Everyone just loved my Little Mermaid." And here's a photo of Walter Chrysler. There's a feature of the Little Mermaid on which everyone seems to compel to comment. It's not about the feathery pattern on her wings, nor her flowing wavy hair, nor her graceful emergence out of the waves. It's about her healthy torso. Fairbanks' reply spoke strongly in her defense. She's a mermaid, and that's just how mermaids are. So who knows? Maybe he knew a real mermaid. But nonetheless, that's what I have to say on that. Let me organize my papers here. I have my notes of our service on this car here. So let's move on to that after all the mermaid talking. So we've inspected this car. We replaced the front tires to match the rear. So these are brand new Falcon, whatever they are here, Sincera all season. Size is 205 5516. Look how nice these chrome wheels are. I'm gonna go real slow on each of these so you can see just how nice the chrome is. And I also want to point out something that I didn't realize this car had on it until I took the photos, but it has PT valve stem caps. So whoever had this car definitely was very into it, no doubt. The brakes have 10 millimeters remaining on the front. You can see how nice and clean that rotor is there. So the brakes are literally just like new on the front. The tires are new in the front. We also gave it a four-wheel alignment. We cleaned and adjusted the rear brakes as they are drum on this car. And we gave it a fresh oil change. The rear tires have 7/32, so here's the rear tires at 7/32, which seem to match the front ones that were replaced. And then take a look at this nice chrome wheel. There is a little bit on a few of these, like right there. There's a little bit on the lip, a little bit of corrosion. Very, very minor, though. Overall, extremely nice. Also, the rockers on this car, clean, clean, clean. If you've looked at enough of these, you'll see ones where they have a little bit of rust here, a little bit of rust up here. This doesn't have any of that problem. Also, back to the service department here. 2 new front tires alignment, clean and adjusted rear brakes. The timing belt has definitely been previously replaced. There is a photograph from our mechanic shop inspection in the still photography in the ad for this car of this car's actual timing belt. So you can go in there and take a look at that. I can't show it to you when we look at the engine because you have to remove the cover to see it. There's some scratches right there on that rim. But based on a visual inspection and pulling back that cover and looking at the condition of the belt, this car's timing belt was definitely replaced, and it appears to be and presents to be in excellent condition. This rim is very nice. This, I think, is the only one that has a wheel weight on the outside. A little bit on this one, again, just on the lip of the wheel, but very minor. This car spent, when you look at that Carfax, this tire's new as well. This car may be a 1 owner or even at worst a 2 owner. Carfax reads that it's 3 owners, but I believe looking at its Carfax and the entries that support the Carfax, I believe that the person who owned this may have kept it in Florida, especially with as clean as the car is. The car definitely spent about the last 10 years in Florida, and there's a lot of service entries on the Carfax which correlate to, I want to show this real quick. There is a whole pile of service records at Chrysler dealerships both in Michigan and Florida, and I'm not going to try to go through all these, but you can see Orlando, this place in Michigan, this Chrysler dealership, Henkel Chrysler, and then there's more back. There's some in Michigan, some in Orlando. I mean, there's a little bit of each, but these records right here basically show a very, very nice and consistent documented paper service history. They certainly show that it was very well taken care of. There's just regular maintenance in there throughout. There's also a service pretty recently which also correlates on the Carfax to where the brake fluid, the coolant, the transmission fluid was all replaced and changed. So it's definitely been well cared for. The interior is basically perfect. There's nothing negative on the interior. Look how clean the bottoms of the doors are. Extremely nice. Original floor mats. Has 2 sets of keys. Factory heated seats. That's something that the 2007, the one over there, doesn't have. The one over there has side airbags and heated and satellite radio though, but look how nice the leather is. And then there's also this alternating suede here. These seats are really comfortable. They fit me really well. Factory power sunroof, headliner. It's in great shape all the way front to back. So love the armrests in these cars, makes it really comfortable to drive. There's the center plastic with all the bazillion cup holders, great shape. Leather on here is in great shape. I don't need to keep saying great shape because you get my point. There's nothing negative on this car cosmetically on the inside. Original radio, pretty basic AM FM CD. Simple, easy to use climate controls. All of your window switches are up here. I've got some things laying on the dash, but the dashboard is perfect. There's my notes over there. There's no cracks or anything in the dashboard. Very, very nice. This is the original window sticker as well that this car still has. So it has all of the original floor mats, both sets of keys, original window sticker. Also has original owner's manuals are down here in the glove box, which I show in the listing with the photos. It's been stuck together so long, some of the ink transferred, but heated seats, automatic transmission, and a CD player for $100 were the options. Ironically, the price of this one new was about the same as the 2007 new price, but there it is, light almond pearl metallic. So you can take a look at that. Look at the fuel mileage that these cars get, really not bad at all. So 25 miles to the gallon on the freeway. So there's that. There's the mileage, 44,006, just turned 44,000, like I said. Steering wheel, leather, and stitching here is incredibly nice and smooth. Great shape. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. All right, let's continue on. Yeah, heated seat there. Manual seat movement, but heated seat. I'm gonna pop the hood. Let's take a look. Oh, forgot to operate the sunroof. One touch open, one touch close, I believe. So there's that. And oh, maybe not. Okay, one touch open, hold close. But very nice. Obviously, nice to be factory. Back seat is pristine. Backs of the seats, perfect. Carpet back here, perfect. There's the window switches for the rear. The rear seats, push the button here, it folds flat. I show some photography of this in the car's ad. And then there's a lever down there that I just pulled this, and then the seats will tumble forward like that. So I'm gonna leave that one up, and then I'll show you the other one once we look at the other side. Door jambs, perfect. Super clean. These rear trunk struts are going to be replaced by our mechanic shop, but they're waiting on them to come in. They won't hold up the weight of this tailgate on their own, so I'm going to do the best I can here with supporting this with my head. This parcel shelf, as I call it, is still here, which is awesome because you can take this out completely, or you can change it to the lower position down here like that. Oh, got hit in the head. The original cargo net is in the plastic. It's over here on the side, but you can see how clean this carpeting is back here and how nice all of the plastics are. There's a power outlet right there. Just nice all the way. This jamb back here is super clean. That car is just as clean, by the way. No rust, super squeaky clean door jambs. That opal metallic, whatever it's called, color. The other car, that car was undercoated, so it is even more spotless because of living in Illinois, but then being undercoated. I don't think this car's been undercoated, but it certainly seems like it has been garage kept and well cared for, and certainly not left outside because it's just too clean and doesn't have any rust. The plastics on here are clean, so let's continue. Yeah, shouldn't shut that hard, but we'll get those replaced as soon as they come in. This seat is just as perfect as the rest, and then push this to fold, then lift the handle here. Yeah. Well, hard to do with one hand. Let me put you down for a minute. Okay, so you have to release the handle and lift, just gently lift, but at the same time. So not exactly easy to do for one hand, but you can see again how clean all of this is. These seats actually will come all the way out. You can see the red release tabs, so you could take them all the way out and then carry them like a suitcase, which is I guess what these handles are for. I don't know why you would take the seats all the way out other than to maybe move a large piece of furniture or a refrigerator or something like that. This passenger seat is perfect. Perfect all the way. Final floor mat right there. So like I said, all of the original mats, keys, books, window sticker. Doesn't get much better. At least I don't think it does. I mean, yeah, that's a one owner car, but this car has a lot of positives too. So oh, and I forgot to point out, but WeatherTech rain guards there. If you're a smoker, this car hasn't been smoked in, but if you're a smoker, you'll probably appreciate those. A lot of people that smoke cigarettes or cigars enjoy having those to vent the window. Let's take a look under the hood, which I think is the only thing we haven't seen, right? Oh, I already did pop the hood, I forgot. Let's lift up our little mermaid here. It's kind of cool in a sense that the original, based on that article and all of that information, you know, it's almost 100 years ago. So it's kind of neat to have this adorning the hood of this car today, even though the car's a 2002, but it's 2022 right now. So it's almost 100 years later, and kind of a throwback thing. So the timing belt, as I spoke about however many minutes ago, is under that cover. So I can't exactly show it to you here, but like I said, you can look on our still photography in the ad on our website, and you will see the photo that the mechanic took of the actual belt, and you can see that it's in great condition. There was a hole drilled here to affix the mermaid, so just so you're aware, not a big deal, but it is actually bolted through there. Small little rip in the hood pad insulator here, but not a big deal. Super clean and tidy under the hood here. Strut tower's in great shape. Just gonna hover here so you can listen to it for a moment. Runs so quiet you can't even hear it. And you know, I don't think I said this yet, but look how clear the headlights are, in such nice condition. So clear and so clean. Very, very, very nice. So, what'll it be? Would you like to buy one, or would you like to buy two? His and hers, or his and hers, or hers and hers, or his and his? Whatever your flavor is. How many PT Cruisers would you like to buy? You better hurry, because one of these is going to sell, I'm sure. We generally sell them fairly quickly, so one of them will sell. So if you really want to, you better hurry and buy them both. I'm just kidding. I'm just thinking it'd be funny. I've had that happen. Someone, you know, buy his and hers of something, or buy one for themselves and like it so well, they come back and buy something very similar for their partner, or their daughter, or their son, or their mother, you know. I don't remember if I showed the roof, but there you go. So thanks for watching. This one's definitely a bit unique, you know, with its history, its excellent service records, where it came from, the mermaid adorning, floating off of the hood, and it's just a cool little car, and clean and nice, and just as nice as all the rest that we've had and we've sold. So thanks for watching. Please reach out to us with any questions, or to ask us anything that I haven't covered here or in the photographs, and we'd be happy to answer any and all of your questions, and certainly to show you and sell you the car. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.